Hey everybody, this is Dylan with Bay Sports Buzz. Thanks for dropping by. I wanted to talk about this whole Kawhi Leonard thing. It's been circling like crazy, just as much as the Jimmy Butler stuff. So thought we can get into it. And then also there was some updates about Gary Payton, his health, and how he feels about this upcoming season. So I'll definitely be free to fill you up with that. And yeah, let's get into it real quick. So Kawhi Leonard averages around 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. 52% from field goal range. Really one of the best all-around players in the league, I'd have to say. Big knock, kind of like Jimmy Butler, has been his health. Thing that really concerns me about him, though, is ever since his surgery, the knee has just always had swelling issues. There's been multiple occasions which you feel bad for the guy because he's doing everything he can to be out there. However, you can't play with the knee swelling, especially being that he's had this injury history already with the injury he sustained prior to the knee. So you have to really watch out for that. That's part of the reason why he didn't play for Team USA. They sent him back, and yet again, it was knee swelling. Do I think their organization does a good job in managing it? Probably not. They've put him out there in plenty of situations, even last year, where he's coming into the playoffs and you know he's not healthy, and you probably should have waited until he hits playoffs to kind of get him in there. But they wanted him to get some run with the team before the playoffs started. I get it's kind of hard to manage it that way when you are an organization that has been waiting to win one and feels like you had the pieces to do so. So that was unfortunate for him and unfortunate for the organization as well. However, you got to treat these things right. I do believe the Warriors organization would treat it better, and he would be managed the correct way for his injury and actually probably have a really productive season with us. But you're always going to run into the knee issue. Just like I said with Jimmy Butler, though, he has a lot of opportunity coming to the Warriors, especially knowing that our organization handles injuries correct. And if I'm Kawhi or Butler, I'm thinking the same thing, especially what you've heard with the league. And hopefully we start hearing some news and chatter 30 games into the season about what we're actually going to do. As of right now, these are all speculations. There's a lot of reports that have came out from a lot of writers, and Kawhi's floating around, Jimmy Butler's floating around, Giannis is a pipe dream. Doubt that's actually happening. They have the conversation with LeBron, but I don't see how his contract would ever. There might be a loophole with the CBA, but being that he just signed his contract, I don't think he could even be traded till next season. But maybe I'm wrong with that. I don't know for sure. I'll have to check up on that. And then they've been throwing Kyle Kuzma out there as well. So there's a lot of different looks the Warriors have probably called on in the last coming months. However, the Kawhi and Jimmy Butler conversation has definitely been more recent. And the reason why I think Kawhi has gained a lot of attention is because there's a lot of rumor with the Clippers organization that they're just trying to blow everything up and get as many picks as they can. So I think that's a big reason why he's in the talks, and there's a lot of teams that are probably in the talks with him as well, other than us. I could see it working, but I would probably lean towards Butler before. However, they're very similar when it comes to play style. They both have pretty good defense under their hands, and I think either or would probably be a big boosted asset for us. I think Jimmy Butler would probably stay on the floor a little bit longer, though, if I'm being honest. But we'll see. We'll see. Getting closer and closer to the start of the NBA season. I can't wait for it. And now for what Gary Payton said. He came out and talked to the media and basically said that this is the best he's ever felt. And he feels like he's the healthiest he's been in years. It's a good sign to hear. However, this needs to be backed up by play and staying on the court. I think anyone can appreciate Gary Payton's game. He's the little big man. The statement, whatever you want to call him, he definitely brings a statement when he steps on the floor. The defense is outstanding. Frustrates the heck out of players. And knows where to score. Stays under the basket. Is always in the right place at the right time. And a lot of players just don't have that ability. They don't understand it. But he gets it. And that's why he ran so well with us and so well in this system. However, it's got to show this year. He can't get hurt. And, it's just tough for him. I feel bad for the situation because it's like you want the man to play all year. Hopefully he plays all year. But, there's a good chance with his history lately that he gets hurt. I just hope his body holds up. Some of these players, there's just a certain time in their careers where their bodies start to break down. I hope that isn't the case with him. I think he's just had a bad roll of the dice the last 2 or 3 years. He's not in his late 30s, so I don't understand quite why he's sustained all the bad luck with injuries. I will give it to him. He is an extremely explosive player. He dunks hard. He gets to the basket. He blocks shots. He plays the lanes. The defense is outstanding. So there's a lot of effort plays that a lot of other NBA players don't make that he makes and puts him in these vulnerable situations where hopefully maybe this year he learns to, not dive for the ball that doesn't matter or just put himself or just try to avoid these situations he could definitely avoid, but you don't want to take away from the player he is as well. So it's good to hear from his own words that he is feeling really good for the season. And how this rotation goes, I'm still up in the air with it. There's really like 8 or 9 players you can start. So, we obviously know the staples, but there's definitely 2 or so spots on the starting roster that could definitely be switched up. You may not see a Pods and you may see a D'Anthony Melton. You may see a Hield instead of a Pods. And I think that they're going to start Pods for the beginning of the season. However, we'll see where it goes. But it's just good to hear, circling back to Gary Payton, that everything's going good with this camp. And training camp around the corner, you just love to hear that he's been working all summer and things are going great. I've seen a lot of these players for our team working hard this summer and actually getting at it. I've seen Hield doing a bunch of stuff. Slow-Mo was doing a lot of run with a lot of different NBA players. Curry's been traveling all over, but, keeping himself in great shape, staying healthy and such. I think he just got back from China, and it's good to see that these players are staying engaged. Even Draymond Green, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but he was over at his own college, getting some run in and actually enjoying himself, taking in these last couple of weeks before the serious part of the season starts, which is the beginning of the season. We've got to get out to a good run. For us, I think it's really, really important that we push a good start to the season. For most teams that, have a lot of certainty in who they are and what their identity is, it doesn't really matter about the start at the beginning of the year. But for us, these 30 games is what's going to tell the tale for us in this season. So I Hope that everything goes well. We stay healthy. And then we have, I'm going to pull up this schedule real quick. We have, what was it? I think we have we play Portland, Utah, Clippers, New Orleans. I don't see how, in my personal opinion, that could be a 5-0 start. You're not playing an upper echelon team. New Orleans, I think we have the ability to beat them. I know that they have some, really good talent on their team. However, their situation is kind of dicey, especially with kind of how their whole season went last year. They didn't have their players all playing together. There was a lot of injury, coming back from injury, people getting hurt, and just not a consistent play with their supposed starters. So I think at the beginning of the year you can really catch them lacking. So I think we could dub those two for sure. We just gotta keep good focus and come into this season firing, and I think we got this. But if there's any more updates with the Warriors in the coming days, I'll definitely be making more videos, and any content that drops, I'll be sure to update you guys. We got the Niners this weekend, so looking forward to that. I'll be doing a pre and post game for that as well, so feel free to stop by. Hope you guys are having a great week, and hope that Friday comes sooner. But have a great night, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.